What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the best women's boxing show, period. I am Cynthia Conte.
And I am Jeandra LaBeouf, and we are, please pray for Los Angeles. We are burning. I'm in a safe area, but so many people are suffering.
Yeah, we are. It's really a sad situation overall, but if you guys can just donate, help, anything, it's a lot of people are in need right now, and just even if you can foster a pet, please do. My best friend's cousin in Vegas drove down to Los Angeles to foster some dogs here in Vegas.
Oh,
So it's been sad. So we pray with you guys.
sad.
Our hearts are with you guys. Cali is always my home, and I just I hope your family's all right, Jeandra.
Yeah, no, we are fine. We are quite a bit south of there, but man, there are so many, like you said, so many are suffering, and just whatever you can do, every little bit helps. Man, buy a pack of diapers and drop them
Right?
off, or something like that, formula,
Anything.
medicine, feminine
Yeah.
products.
Yeah. Anything. We'll put in the interview like a website that you can go to, just anything. I feel so helpless, but I'm gonna just donate to a cause.
Absolutely. So, on a sad note, but on a brighter note, we are now officially into 2025 and stuff is going to start heating up. What do you think? The first people to announce their schedule was Matchroom, but now we're starting to get a few more things.
I know. Well, in our last interview, Giandra, like you dropped something, and I'm like, I need to know the tea because I didn't know if BLK was still putting on fights. And then the two names you named, I was quite shocked. I'm like, interesting. But I do like the schedule so far. I hope it sticks.
Me too. So, since we're starting off the top of the year, and ironically, we know our heavyweight friend Deontay Wilder likes to fight at the top of the year. I don't know if he's fighting at the top of the year, but supposedly he's in works to fight on BLK Prime against a one Curtis Harper. Cynthia, do you want to remind the people who Curtis Harper was?
If you guys don't remember, he was the one that walked out. He was supposed to be fighting F.A. Ajagba. He did the walk, ring walk. He got in and he walked right out. And yeah, like you said, grand entrance. Yeah, he was out. And I guess it was allegedly because it was about better pay. Hey, if
Mhm.
it's all about that, you take care of your own. But that is supposed to be Deontay Wilder's comeback fight, the softer touch, as they say.
Vera, we can't get no softer than that. I think that, respectfully, because we never even saw him do anything, and I think he got a punishment and stuff like that. But they have found him for Deontay Wilder, and hello, we got nothing but love for you. Nothing but love
Absolutely.
for you. But yeah, uh, okay, soft touch indeed. So also on BLK Prime, Devin Haney, possibly.
Devin Haney, it's like, you know, Chandra, we always have talks about, they all say the four kings, which we'll get to. They're not the four kings. They're the four wannabe kings. But Devin Haney, he wants fights. I'm not sure, like sources said I did hear was Adrian Broner.
Ooh.
The last time we saw Adrian Broner, he was fighting Blair Cobbs on Triller TV back in 2024, and he lost. But Calvin Ford was training him. But I'm not sure if it's going to be Devin Haney. I don't think that's the good fight for Devin Haney to come
At
come down.
all. At all. So after the Ryan thing and the lawsuit thing and just all of the other intangibles that they have going on outside, I don't even know what type of fight. If you could wave your wand, what do you do with Devin? Because we had the fight with Ryan. Ryan test positive, and it was a tough fight for him. So do you put him right back in another tough fight, or how soft of a touch do you put him in?
That After that kind of a beating, Giandra, I I don't even know if there's a tune-up fight because everyone is salivating to fight Devin Haney because they're like land the left hook,
Mhm.
clutch. But for Devin, his ego, you got to get back in there. I mean, I would want the rematch for Ryan because that really killed his ego. It was just bad all around. But as we know it, Devin wants the rematch. Ryan said he will only give Devin Haney a rematch is if he drops the lawsuit. I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, and Ryan has been saying no VADA. No VADA. He will test with his own testing company, no VADA. And Devin is 365 all year for VADA. So I don't know if that's going to ever play out. Because,
Mm.
yeah, so that's one. And then Teofimo, there was an offer put out, a strong, solid offer that was a lot of money to Teofimo by Devin's team, and Teofimo declined it. I
Mm.
mean, what kind of money are these guys asking for? Just what? 20
What
million?
what is
50
the
million?
where's the money coming from? I mean,
Right.
if you're not in the Turkey Alalshikh sweepstakes, where is the money coming from? That's kind of why most of the fights went over to begin with, because he was willing to pony up the money to see them happen.
Well,
Devin,
we did see Devin, we'll talk about it, but we did see them all in a certain place, so everyone's hobnobbing and trying to make fights happen, right? Rubbing them elbows. What's up? What's up? But yeah, since we are talking about Teofimo, you want Teofimo? You want to take this one, girl? Yeah.
so here is the question of the day, friends and family. We just want to get to it. So Tio had a bunch of tweets this week about what he wants, but the real question is Teofimo a duck? Is he ducking? Because in the midst of those tweets and the things that he was complaining about, he reportedly, according to Keith Idek, that he was offered a fight that was above his guaranteed minimum against Subriel Matias, who is a champion, if I'm not mistaken. And he said no. So the real question is Teofimo a duck? He's been made some offers. I don't know. Is he a duck based on what he's been tweeting and
He's been
what's been
quack.
happening?
He has been quacking like a duck. I am sorry. On Twitter, he needs to put his Twitter thumbs down and what he says in interviews because Subriel Matias, he's a former world champion. He just lost his belt, but he's a solid dude to fight. Because the guys that Teofimo wants, let me run down this list. Okay, first of all, he's a
Mm,
Subriel is he can possibly dethrone Teofimo just because he's fast
mhm.
and he maybe he had that one-off fight. It's still Teofimo had a one-off fight, Lomachenko had a one-off fight, everyone had a one-off fight.
Yeah,
And then yes, again, it's above
facts.
his minimum. Like I said, how much are these guys asking for? When is enough? He gets his minimum. Maybe I can squeeze a little bit more. To me, that's like you're talking yourself out of a fight, duck. Quack. And then Ryan,
Mm,
like I said, Ryan, he doesn't care for Teofimo. He wants Devin right now. But there's a lot of asterisks on it, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Devin wants the rematch. Not going to happen. Shakur is fighting Floyd Schofield. And based on what Teofimo said, he's like, I take champions. I take these guys, these big guys. Shakur is fighting prospects. He wants Tank, but Tank wants Ryan for $150 million. God, this money grab. And then, of course, everyone wants him. And Teofimo has says, I want Terrence Crawford at the end of the day. But we know where Terrence Crawford wants to go. Canelo, and that's it.
beep
So to
beep. Okay.
yeah, so to me, it's a duck. There's and maybe other people might say, well, but what is it? We haven't seen him in the ring. We've seen him more fight and talk shit on Twitter than anybody else. All of these guys, all of the four wannabe kings that I named, Devin, I'm not going to say Shakur because Shakur is fighting, but Ryan, Teofimo, they all do their fighting on Twitter and in interviews, but not
Mhm.
each other. So first of all, stop saying you guys are the next four kings because you're not. You're not. You're not. But yeah, that is my take. You
If I
you.
go into the mind of that side, why they are not singing DuckTales. Let's see. Let's say what their possible arguments could be. Financial loss. That's the one they always fall back on. And no one knows who he is. And Teofimo says he brings the stars and he brings J Lo and he brings Fat Joe. And Fat Joe is hilarious. Oh, wait, yeah, go on my Instagram and I have him telling me
Oh
about
yeah,
how him and his family was scared when they were at the with
the
yeah
Berlanga
with
fight. It was at yeah.
yeah
No,
Garcia
he
was
was.
at that fight too, but that's pretty funny. I don't know. Maybe he thinks that the fight can't get done before the ESPN deal allegedly runs out in July. So maybe he's looking at it from a strictly financial point of view, because I don't think he's going to get no 150 million like Crawford and Canelo. But I mean, how much do you think he even wants?
I think
This
this is
man
what
who
I
sat and preached the
think.
gospel for us.
I think 30 plus because he's like, well,
Oof.
I beat so and so, I beat so and so. And to be fair, he has beat people and he put a beating on like on a lot of people, but he also lost to Cambosos. I think,
Yeah.
since now Turkey has come into the fold, everyone is wanting to get in. Now Turkey obviously has the Ring magazine, which we will talk about next. Um, and that's where everyone was like hobnobbing and hoping some of that money will come into existence with them, which is fine. But do you see that picture, Teofimo? It's like that one picture of Turkey and all the fighters, and then you see Teofimo in the background with the ring bell. I feel like he photobombed that, like he's all I don't know. I know he was invited
He
because
just jumped in there.
he presented an award, but it's just everyone's like placely in this area, and then he's just like,
Are we sure he
you
was invited?
you gotta yeah. He just
Are we even sure he was invited? Respectfully, respectfully.
no, he actually was because he's a Ring magazine champion. But it does go into what we did have basically this past weekend, Giandra. And to the folks, you guys, if you didn't tune in, it was boxing's Oscars of 2024, the Ring Magazine Awards. It was the inaugural one in London. It was
It
beautiful. It was well, because we've never seen an award ceremony like this for boxing.
was very nice.
It was
Before we
beautiful.
even dive into it, I just want to give a special shout out to Anthony Joshua, the best dressed man at the event, looking like James Bond 2025. Well done. Shout out to your tailor
He
for
had that
sure.
cane. He was just
Very,
like,
very handsome. Very
everyone.
regal, very regal. It was nice to see everyone dressed so nicely.
One person that I mean, he was dressed nicely, expensive clothes. Chris Eubanks Jr. He presented. He was wearing an Amiri jacket. Yes, the Amiri jacket was probably $5,000, but it's the Oscars of boxing. Like wear a tuxedo, a suit.
Exactly.
I
You
mean,
can never.
Doug
We
Fisher was in
literally
a
just
tuxedo.
said last week. We literally just said this last week. You can never go wrong with black. Just wear black. If you're ever in doubt, just wear all black. Amiri, I'm sorry. I'm never gonna not laugh at that. Every time I hear that brand, I just think of Gervonta Davis telling Ryan, yelling at him, "That shit weak. That Amiri shit weak."
I mean, to be fair, Chris Eubanks Jr. was wearing black, and it looked like it had maybe like a. I'm not sure if it had rhinestone, like something. It had a detailing, but it just looked like you're going to a club, a nice or like a nice outing, as opposed to a formal outing where everyone is dressed to the nines. But hey, I guess
Anthony
when you have
Joshua
money,
was
it
looking
don't
like
matter.
the
Yeah,
prototype.
yeah. Look at you, Jay.
He was looking like the prototype for real. Wow. I hope that you're the one. Go play some Outcasts. If not, you are the prototype. Yeah. Salute to him.
But yeah, shout out to Ring. This is before Turkey bought it, so that's why I'm wearing it because we
Oh,
are going
that's
to be.
cool.
Yeah. It's there we go. There we go. It's a really
That's
cool hoodie.
cool.
It was the inaugural one in London at the Royal Navy Academy. It was such a beautiful venue. I was really curious because every podcast did their own awards or best of what, and we get to compare what who we chose and who the Ring magazine chose.
We didn't have overlap categories with all of their categories. There were like three categories that we had in common: female fighter of the year, male fighter of the year, and knockout of the year. So we will start with knockout of the year. Their knockout of the year was Dubois knocking out Joshua. I
Yes,
think, man, but before we even dive into that, if you were the knockout of the year and you were the person lost, how would you feel sitting there watching it?
he knocked me
I
out.
was thinking about
He was probably like Anthony Joshua was like, which time? I don't remember. Not to be me,
I
but
guess
it was a
taking
lot
a
of he got knocked down a lot.
That's fair, to be fair. To be fair. So
But he
yeah,
did.
that was his
Joshua took
winner.
it in great stride. He was really he was like he did a good job. So yeah.
Yeah, classy guy. You know, hey, the $100 million makes the fall a lot softer. You feel me? So yeah, mine was the other flip. I was trying to show my good brother some grace, and I picked Joshua and Ganu for the knockout of the year. And who was yours again, Sin?
I had Lucas Body knocking out Ashton Silva. So
Hmm.
those two across the board on other platforms had it, but Ring Magazine, that's all that matters. They get active. I was really curious because every person that won something different. They either got like a box and then a bigger box and then an award. I'm like, open it. I mean, we'll get to the one that had one of the awards, but I'm like, that is like pure gold. I mean,
I
speaking
love
to
gold.
I know, I do too. Okay, so the other category that we had in common with the Ring Magazine Awards was Best Female Ring Magazine's 2024 Female Fighter of the Year, and this was across the board for everyone. Gabrielle Fundora, the Sweet Poison. Jeandra and I had the same pick also, and as everyone else, and her speech was so beautiful. And I was watching her; she's only 22, but I felt like I was watching that 10-year-old girl talking to us, just like I can't believe I won, like I can't believe this, and it was just so sweet. And they panned to Canelo when he said she says, I want to tell everyone out there that there are opportunities everywhere, but you just have to take it. And I'm thinking she's speaking to everyone because everyone in that room thinking the same exact thing. And I was just
Mhm.
like, I love this girl, and she deserved it. She really, really deserved it.
Yeah, I'm into her. I'm definitely in the Gabby Fundora business for
Hmm.
sure. And without a doubt, it's not even close.
Right.
Alexander Usyk, fighter of the year. Man is incredible. Incredible fighter. Outfits of the year. Both Cynthia and I, we both had him as fighter of the year. Not even close. Not
Mhm.
even close.
I don't even know if anyone would have put a different name.
Maybe
Didn't
the
they did
closest, maybe like the monster, maybe,
maybe,
but
yeah.
that's about the
But no,
closest I'd
Usyk
say.
was the one. And then I mean, all his speeches. I think even for the round of the year for magazine, we didn't do that one, but he was like, "Hello, that was a great round. Thank you." I love just
He
short,
is a
sweet.
character, man. I love it.
Final one that we had in common with the Ring Magazine 2024 was Fight of the Year. Ring Magazine named Raymond Ford versus Otabek Kolmatov. It was the craziest 12th round. I mean, Raymond Ford was losing the entire time, and the last 10 seconds knocked out the dude. Now, our predictions were not this. Giandra was a little confused with her prediction
I
the
had
whole
a whole
time.
nother thing.
I mean, the whole time you're like, this is why, and blah, you were in it. Like you were just all about it. And you're like, oh, wait, I lied. I'm
Just
like, I go,
kidding.
she has the same prediction as I am. Mine was Usyk Fury, and hers was Brian
Brian and, and
Haney.
Devin. Shout out to Marcos.
Yeah, right? When
Shout
he
out to
put it out,
Marcos. He
I
killed
said
me.
it. I tweeted that because he's like, did anyone else? I'm like, actually, Giander did. And I love that. So those were just some of the awards that people got that were in common with us, but they also had like comeback fighter of the year that was Billy Dibbs, coming back from cancer and fighting and leaving boxing on his own terms, which it was just a really sweet moment. There were some fun ones. I wish that they did promoter of the year. Turki Alalshikh we will just have to give an award back to himself. There are no
Exactly.
words. It's exactly how Michael Buffer said, "Thank you, His Excellency." That's all you had to say, and that's it.
Hmm.
Did you guys tune into the Ring Awards? Did you agree with some of them? If not, let us know. Tell us if you agreed with us, because some of you guys said yes, some of you guys said yes, and you liked it. I just found it interesting that we just need more women in that crowd. I saw only Gabriella in that crowd, and but yeah, we
Man,
need more
they
women.
need us there. They need us there for
Yeah,
sure.
but it was beautiful.
You need us there. Couple other sidebar topics. So Ryan Garcia. We talked about Devin and all them, and we talked about Ryan. Ryan is having surgery, so I guess that officially puts the end to the exhibition fight that Oscar got out of there like Dikembe Mutombo. He yeeted that shit out of the way. He said, Ryan, you're not getting that fight. Nope. Nope. Don't
I mean,
forget who your promoter is.
what did he say that he hurt his wrist? Broke
Yeah,
tendons.
his
I don't
back
know.
is broke, spinal. I don't know, like some like Mike Tyson. Maybe remember they announced some fight many years ago. I think it was when Canelo was going to fight. I want to say it was somebody like Glenn Tapia. Like
Mhm.
he was supposed to fight James Kirkland, and the James Kirkland, something happened with that. I have to go back down my boxing history. And Canelo had surgery on his calf after people were like, what the hell? This fight. So, amazing the timing of these surgeries.
Right.
Amazing.
Like you said, we don't know what's going to happen, that they've announced the fights, but we really don't know what's going to actually happen. Hunter Ben picking a fight with Ryan. I mean, everyone's going to pick a fight with Ryan. If Tank was there, everyone would be picking a fight with Tank.
Exactly. What's
So,
up with Tank's hair?
okay, so I found out, a source
Just
told me, because
blowout.
I'm like, I go looking like Prince. The person, whoever was in his team, was wrong to be doing that and posted it. He was getting his hair braided.
Oh, so he had to get his blowout first
So it
before
wasn't like
it.
that he was rocking that style.
He was looking like
Where's
he
he
was
gonna
about to
go?
drop the hottest soul album of 1978. Used to be my girl. It was given something like that.
Yeah, so sources told me that was wrong. I'm like, that person needs to be taken out of the group because something like that. I mean, it was fun to watch, but it like,
Who do these people have on your teams, man? Like, I feel like I trust every person in my
mhm.
inner circle that if it was going down, they would not be posting no pictures of me on no Instagram. I feel
Right?
very confident
If you think
in my
about him,
circle.
Gervonta's probably like, there are only X amount of people in the room with me. Give me your phones right now.
Right. Right. If that's pretty sad. Like Chavez Jr., when those hookers robbed him and someone put the pictures out.
But
Lots
there
of
was
people just always leaking video of their supposed friend. I would never.
And that's why people sign NDAs. People get made, they're like, well, why do I have to sign an NDA? Sorry, if you want to hang out, this is the very reason, because everyone is a dollar. Everyone is looking at them like, oh, you're my next TMZ check.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
people are just, they're not cool. That was the wrap up of our week. There was a lot that happened this week. I mean, I guarantee you by the time we're done with this interview and we drop it, what's going to happen? Oh, wait, before we even do that, we were supposed to segue Terrence Crawford, Canelo. Girl, Canelo and Turkey.
Looking like best buds. Best buds.
I know that he was there for the worst because he is a Ring Magazine champion many times. I truly believe that this Canelo Crawford fight will happen, but them dollars with three big numbers in the front of a comma are gonna have to be big.
Canelo, why don't you want to take my money? Because I don't really need your money. I'm already balling. But just think how much more money you could have and how many more horses you could buy. Yeah, but I'm pretty comfortable right now getting like 100 million for fighting anybody. Let us talk more. First, a picture.
Yeah.
And that's what I got to.
It's gonna happen. I think I don't know when, but I think maybe in the next 2 years because I'm not sure who Canelo is supposed to be fighting in
Mhm.
September. I don't know. But yeah. So that was the little tea. I really wish we were flies on that wall, just be
Me
like,
too.
hmm. But it's all right. Canelo, he said in the interviews, oh, we didn't talk about that. If I was Turkey, I'd be like, so, I have a fighter. We like the best fights, and I'm a big fight fan, and I like to put big fights on.
I need to go back and do some math because remember when Canelo signed his like big DAZN deal when he got all that 100 gajillion dollars,
Yeah.
and it was supposed to be for like 10 fights
Hmm.
or whatever it was, that big mega deal. I need to count how many fights that was. It's been since that. Because if he wouldn't have left that deal, he would have still been on that deal, I feel like he
Oh,
would still be fighting under that deal.
no, I think it was because of he was still with Golden Boy and DAZN, so he was remember Canelo was suing everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I think that's why he got out of his contract, and that's when he signed like a 2 or 3 fight with Al Heyman. But I think it was mainly, I believe, trying to get out of DAZN, or no, not
But
DAZN,
I
but
mean,
Golden
but if
Boy.
he had never got out of it, like if he had never initiated
Oh,
that
I see.
process, he'd probably still be in that deal because it was like 100 fights or something. You're gonna fight for 1,042 fights for under this deal. So he probably looked at that and went, okay, Suge Knight, I gotta get out. I gotta get out. No, this ain't it.
Oh man. And speaking of that, I it's a sneak preview. We'll talk about it next week. David Benavides, Jesus Ramos.
Mhm.
David Benavides did drop a little clip. I got a full interview with him and have some scrum. I didn't ask about Canelo, but we mentioned like he's like maybe I can take the dates of May, Cinco de Mayo. I'm like, oh, Canelo. But hey, Canelo's almost gonna be. He's not gonna be fighting forever, so who knows? And then Jesus Ramos. Remember, we talked about he has the eggs. I said, Jeandra and I have to come to your farm and do a simple life a show.
Yeah, because when we talked to him, that's when the eggs were high, and they're high again
They're
now
right
because of
now.
the
I
bird
said there's
flu.
bird flu, and he's like, and we had a really good conversation. So those interviews will be dropped this week because they're gonna be fighting in February. Girl, this fight card is gonna be hot. Like it's such a good fight card. So we can do a sneak peek on that because him and David Morrell, like the talking that they've been talking in the Spanish and the Cuban Spanish that they speak, they don't even understand each other. It's the funny part. He's like, I know the Ryan saga and the Devin saga and the Teofimo will expand into next week, so we will touch more on that because as of right now, this is what we know. But something's gonna happen. We're gonna find out who Devin Haney. We're gonna have to find out who Devin Haney's fighting.
We're gonna find out a lot of things. I feel like we'll inch closer to this possible Canelo Crawford thing. We're coming up to the Benavides fight.
And then the big one that they kept talking about is Anthony Joshua, who's calling out Tyson Fury. So you're not honestly the fight of him losing against Dubois sucked, but hey, and Tyson losing it sucked, but hey, now you guys can make the two biggest fight, make a bajillion
That
dollars
should
in
have
the
been
UK.
made.
It should have been made a long time ago. It's a lot to digest. It's just you notice it's always about the same four guys. I can't talk about Shakur because he's fighting someone.
Yeah.
Hank, I don't know if he's still fighting. What's his face? He put it on his thing that I'm not fighting.
I see no press, no promo, no buzz, no poppiness. I see that R&B, our soul cover hair photo shoot, but that's
Like
about it.
he's on his papoon or whatever it's called. All right. Well,
Wait,
Jeandra,
before we
yeah.
wrap it, I'd be remiss. We never really talked about it. I still don't understand what was up with, respectfully, with Alicia's card that we watched.
Oh, on Brinks TV.
That was the strangest, cultish, strange thing I have ever seen. Sponsored by 700 Club. I didn't know what the hell was going on with that. I'm just so confused. I'm
I
still
mean,
confused by it.
I mean, she has to have a rematch with Delphine, and I don't know if Brinks is gonna put it on, but man, that Jesus, I'm Catholic, but wow, wow, all
No,
that.
I put it for the big JC too, but I couldn't understand what was going on.
Hey, I love you. Stay safe out in LA. Pray for LA, you guys. This is
Thank
serious.
you.
Thank you for always supporting us, Jade. Love you.
Love you
Thanks for
back.
tuning in to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show. Period. See you guys at the fights. Bye, guys.